welcome back to Healthy Kids Lunches. I'm Jess and I blog over at healthykidzlunches.net, and today the topic of our blog and YouTube video is hot lunches and how to pack hot lunches for your children to send them to school. It's like sub-zero temperatures here in upstate New York, and I'm all about soup right now. So of course when you make soup, you make a huge batch and you've got tons of leftovers. And my kids love bringing soup to school because they play outside and they come in and they're freezing. So it's awesome if you can send some nice warm soup or stew to school with your lunch, with your child for lunch. So we have a hack, or really a how-to pack your soups and stews so they stay nice and warm into a thermos container. And just a side note, I love Thermos brand stuff. I'm not affiliated with them, they're not sponsoring this, but Thermos brand really keeps things nice and hot and warm for the whole day, for hours and hours and hours. So I always use these thermoses. To properly pack a thermos container for soup or stew for lunch, you actually preheat the thermos. So what I do is I just take hot water and I fill up the thermos. Then I put the cover on it, and I go about making the rest of my lunches. I also heat up the soup to slightly warmer than you would normally eat the soup at, temperature-wise. And then when the soup is heated and the lunch is packed, I just dump the water out of this and replace it with the warm soup, and it's a perfect temperature by lunchtime. Actually, sometimes it's maybe even a little too hot, so I would definitely recommend that you tell your kids to try a little bite first just to check out what the temperature is. Now, the other great thing about these thermos containers is that they're completely leak-proof. I use the thermos containers for water and the thermos food containers for soups and stews, and nothing ever comes out of them. So you could just toss this right into a backpack. You don't even need to put it into a carrier if you don't want to, and it will not leak, and it will be nice and warm by lunchtime. So the other way that you can send in warm food to school, and it doesn't have to be soups or stews, leftovers or comfort foods like macaroni and cheese or spaghetti and meatballs are also fantastic to send to school, or for your own lunch. Now, if you send a comfort food or something that needs to be warmed up, your child has to have access to a microwave, which not every child does. My oldest has a microwave in her classroom, my youngest does not, so I wouldn't pack this for my youngest. But for my lunch or my husband's lunch, I use this method too. There are two lunch boxes that you can easily pack leftovers that can be reheated in. The first is the Easy Lunch Box, and the second is the Planet Box Launch. So it's the biggest Planet Box. The Easy Lunch Box, if you want to reheat just one compartment, all you have to do is simply pack the other food into silicone cups. Then you just take the silicone cups out, put this right into the microwave, and when it comes out you can put the silicone cups back in if you want to, and you have your warm portion and your room temperature portions. In the Planet Box Launch, there is a glass container which is also completely leak-proof. I have thoroughly tested this with everything, even with oily like food, and nothing spills out of this. So this one is great because you can just take the top off and put this into the microwave. So you actually remove this from the lunchbox and microwave this section of it. So that's how you would send warm food to school on a very cold day. Soups, stews, leftovers, or comfort foods. They're all great things that you can send into school with your children. If you have the right lunch boxes or the thermos container, you can make it work. So check out our complete blog post with recipes and how-tos, healthykidzlunches.net, and check back next week for our next video. Thanks, bye.